my Chevy Equinox, and I want to show you guys how to do this. I'm going to push my seat back. My wife's a bit shorter than I am. And there we go. So, here's the problem that I think many of you face, and that is that, okay, I'm going to start it up and turn my wheel so you guys can see the display here. When you have one of these newer cars, you know, and it has the oil life display on it, it's important that you change your oil regularly. For a few reasons. It's good for your engine to have fresh oil when it requires it, but also for your warranty. You know, this is a 2013 Equinox, and it's the bumper-to-bumper warranty. And we bought the extended warranty for it, and so there are a few factors that need to be considered about your warranty, and that is that they are able to tell if you've gotten your oil changed regularly. And if you don't do that, it could void your warranty. There are certain flags when they plug into the computer on this car, and there are certain flags that come up. And if they're all green, your warranty is good. If there are red flags that come up, like you have neglected to change your oil, it could void your warranty. This is very important. And how do they know this? Well, on these new cars, on the dash here, you'll see that my remaining oil life is 64%, right? You can find this, every car is different. Sometimes it's a dial knob on the dash where you can dial through your gauges here. Mine is just some up and down buttons here. So if I push down, it goes blank. Push down again, it's and the oil life here. But it's at 64%. So you need to, when you get your oil changed, you don't necessarily have to go to the dealer to get your oil changed. You can go to a Jiffy Lube or whatever, as long as you get the oil changed. So how does the dealer know, in this case, how does General Motors know that I've been getting my oil changed? Well, they go by this reading here on the dash, but they read it on their computer in the shop. And they can tell if you've been changing your oil by this number here. So if this number goes down to 0, it will say change oil soon, or oil change required. I forget what exactly it says. Some of them, everybody's different. Every car is different. But the way they reset this, like if you go to your dealer to get the oil changed, or if you go to the Jiffy Lube or whatever, what they do after they change the oil is they reset this. They reset this back to 100%. Okay, and how do they do that? Now, let's say, why is it important for you to know how to do this? Well, it's important because, let's say you're on vacation. You don't want to get your oil changed. You should have gotten it before you left, but you didn't. So you're halfway to Florida, and this hits 0%. But you don't want to get your oil changed on the road. So you want to finish your vacation trip, and then you want to get home and get your oil changed. But you don't want to violate your warranty. Or let's say you change the oil yourself at home, and you want to reset this yourself. Some people do still change their oil at home, believe it or not, which for the money that it costs to get rid of the oil and everything, you're better off just paying the $50 to get it done at a Jiffy Lube or whatever. Anyway, for whatever reason, you want to keep this. As soon as it drops down to 0, you want to bump that back up to 100% again. Okay? I mean, let's say, like I know guys who change their oil before this hits 0%. And so they get it reset every time. Let's say it drops down to 60%, or some guys 40% or 30%. They'll change their oil and it gets reset. All right? So the way you do that is very easy. Is you have the key off, okay? Turn it on. All right? You see it remain. You see it. Now, don't start the car. Just turn on the ignition and pump the gas pedal. Watch what happens. See that? Jumped up to 100%. When you pump the gas pedal on the new cars, you're not flooding the engine because it's an electronic thing. It's not a manual thing where you're pumping gas into a carburetor. When you pump the gas pedal, this is how they do it at the shop. They just get in, turn on the key, and pump the gas pedal until it goes to 100%. And that's how it's done. All right? Thanks for watching.